Stream announcement. Here's the stream for the link. Here's the okay. Stream. And okay, live now talking about the Promised Neverland project. Rather than using this, I'd rather it use the thumbnail that I have. There you go, as an image. Okay, that's that. And the only thing that I want to add to that, I just want to find an OST, some good OSTs to play in the background. So let's just go for some holy sounding OSTs. And let's mute my desktop audio first so that you don't jump from the audio. And I'll get to chat in a bit. Just need to sort out everything. There we go. Unmute and play. This should be good. Okay, I'm here. I'm looking at the chat. Hello John, hello Ponto, hello Jin, hello Opren, hello Koshen, hello Mo Giant, hello Matthew, hello Base Tryhard. Yeah. Hello Phantom Fire, hello Naked Eagle, hello First Name Last Name. Your works take a long time. I don't think it's worth it. For me it's worth it. Me not reading it, watching it, whatever. It's for my own self-enjoyment, so me personally I think it's worth it for myself. No Discord notification. I just made the Discord, so I don't know. And about hello Wild Rider, hello Netsu, hello Shark on Stage, hello Zach Singer, hello Divian Singh. How did I do Spy Family Very Dirty? It was a randomized poll. People still are angry about that? Jesus. Anyway, when are you gonna make a playlist of all stream OSTs that's played? I don't know. I'll talk about that later. But let's just talk about the announcements before I get caught up in the chat and everything. So, the huge announcements that this stream is for and everything, and I might keep it public, is that I'm picking up Promised Neverland to animate. So, I've picked up, suggested about what I'm gonna do and everything, but everything is fully confirmed now, of sorts. So it's going to cover everything after season 1 up until the Goldie Pond arc. So it's going to be a fully approached season. I'm expecting it. I won't say the episode count or anything of the sorts. I'll try to keep everything down low. I'm trying to approach it like a anime project. So I'm going to be having 1 to 2 years of production. Trying to make as many episodes as I can during that time frame, and then uploading it and releasing it on a weekly basis. So the motioning of everything, I'll try to make everything motioned as much as I can. I don't know if any of you have seen my Berserk project, but in the Berserk project, with every episode I'm increasing the amount of things that are being motioned on screen, and I'm trying to do that as well and improving that even more with Promised Neverland, so that every single scene that's on screen will be motioned, unless obviously it's impossible to motion. But hopefully it'll take 2 years maximum or so to edit and motion and everything. And yeah, the only thing that won't be like anime-esque is there won't be any voice acting. I won't get in contact with any dub voice actors. Let's just say dub English voice actors to work on this project. Because just me personally, I don't enjoy English voice actors, especially on YouTube. There is a like in the anime community, the English voice acting, and I know that's a bit disrespectful for everyone else and everything. It's not something that I enjoy, the quality of it. In the gaming industry, the quality is perfect. In just any other industry, the quality of the voice acting is amazing. But when it comes to anime community, I don't know, the voice acting is a bit mostly miss with a very, very rare hits every now and then. So I don't plan to include that into this specific project because this project in itself is something that I want to watch as well. So I want to make it as perfect as it can be. So feel free to ask any question about pretty much anything, and I'll try to answer as much as I can without, you know, trying to leak too much. So I'll look through the comments. I don't know what the OST is. It was a few OSTs ago. Are you gay? No, I am not. Hype indeed. I was thinking about reading it, but never it's going original. Do you are half pro? What do you mean, Divyam Singh? Mind if you explain Siren? Siren is a... Well, I can't really explain much. Just, I don't know, people fighting in a world called Siren that they get called into, and they have cards and they need to lower the cards. There's a lot of stuff that gets revealed later that's spoilers, so I don't want to speak too much about it. Oh yeah, I'm trying to stick to normal working hours. There is another announcement that I have still, that I'll mention in a bit. I just want to catch up to any questions that people may have around the Promised Neverland announcement. Hope it won't get strike. It probably will be. And thank you, both Funloven and First Name. Yeah, Siren is fairly short. The only reason I'm so behind is because I'm obviously editing it. I'm only up to chapter 44. So I got 100 chapters left to read, edit. Because I read and edit at the same time. What did I miss? What is this about? It's about Promised Neverland picking it up as a series. Did Adam vs. get taken down? It didn't get taken down, it got blocked because Blue Exorcist have added the OSTs in the instant block list, whatever it may be. So I'm re-uploading the videos onto Drive and I'm linking it. It should be uploaded by now, so I'm linking it when this stream finishes. Your favorite work? If you mean manga / anime stuff, Diamond Ace. Diamond Ace will always be my favorite, which is a shame since I'm not doing Diamond Ace. Holy shit, the camera's blurry as fuck. Let's deactivate and activate. It always does this in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, Diamond Ace is my favorite work today so far. Thank you, Bolto. Will you be doing Shiva vs. Raiden? Yes, whenever high quality chapters are out. What if your video gets deleted from YouTube? Then it gets deleted from YouTube because because of me editing the whole season before it's being released, the videos will all be done. So if it gets taken down from YouTube, then they'll be put on Discord, and that's about it. Since I don't have to continuously edit it, the full thing will be done. Because as I said, I want to approach it like a series, so I want to work on it for a year and a half, maybe 2 years, finish all the episodes as high quality as possible, so that they're completely perfect and there's nothing that I can complain about, with an opening and an ending that's extremely high quality, way better than the opening and ending that I have for Berserk. So that's like a lot of approaches that I want to have into it. I appreciate it, Nikita. Thank you. Will you ever work on Jargon or not? Probably no. for me, the way that I'm approaching it right now, although there is a few fights from Jogan that people have requested, which means that I'm doing Jogan in the future. But for me, when it comes to like series that I pick up to adapt, it usually comes into any series that I've rated at 8 or higher, with a few exceptions here and there. The only two exceptions that I can think of are Berserk and Bleach. Both aren't rated 8 or higher, but they are still getting an adaptation. And there's going to be an exception to that later in the future as well. Whenever I create a tournament for manga only series, the winner of that will also get a full adaptation. So there's going to be like a few series like that who will get this treatment of full covering of the manga without me giving it an 8 out of 10. But it's only few rare exceptions. But yeah. I've seen the YouTube channel named God of Death disappearing instantly. Ironically, in your opinion, I don't really care for much. I think I don't like that specific content creator myself. So yeah. I'm interested in your opinion about the Buddha and Buddha's match. Buddha himself is a really nice character. I still don't like his design, but he himself is a nice character so far, and the match seems to be coming in to be one of my favorites if it's treated well. The beginning, the hype stage, is already way better than expected. How many chapters of The Promised Neverland will you animate per episode, if you know? It's still very early to say. If I were to put it into my pace that I have on Berserk, I'm expecting, because right now on Berserk, every episode is having 75 panels included into it. So if this follows the same structure, then it's going to be around 4 chapters an episode. But obviously, I can't really say that for sure. If there's fights, it could go up to 5-6 chapters. If there's a lot of dialogue, it could come down to 3 chapters. So it'll all depend. But it'll be between 3 to 6 chapters. That's as much as I can say. Which comics do you like? Good ones. Well, I don't like comics. I should say that, because I always confuse comics with the manga. I don't like comics. Have you read Chainsaw Man? If you have, what are your thoughts on it? I've read Chainsaw Man. I like it. Ooh, I will watch your videos instead of reading the manga. It's gonna take a while until my videos are out. Years, 2 years or something like that. Maybe 1 year, depending on my pace or something like that. Yeah, around normal anime adaptation style. And hopefully I'll get it done in a normal anime production. The only reason I say that it could be delayed more than 2 years is because I have multiple projects. And the other announcements that seems like there's no more questions, so I'll get to that, is I'm also planning to pick up Attack on Titan to do that as well. Not for reasons like, I mean, I'm loving the MAPPA adaptation. It's not due to that, because I know a lot of people will think it's because I dislike MAPPA's adaptation. MAPPA's adaptation so far has been a 9 out of 10 for me. And I'm expecting to be a 10 out of 10 towards the end, or maybe even a 10 out of 10 when part 2 comes out. So, like, right now, the reason why I want to pick up Attack on Titan is because I want to really, like, a lot of these projects are for me to learn motioning. And that's like one reason. And Attack on Titan is a series that I've rated 8 out of 10. And a lot of arcs that I plan to motion, the arcs that I plan to motion are going to be the Uprising, the Return to Shiganshina arc, the Marley arc, and Parody arc. So like these 4 arcs are all 9 to 10 out of 10. So it's like a huge enjoyment for me. And the main reason that I want to specifically do Uprising is because it completely got butchered in the anime. Got really bad treatment in the anime. So I want to go to that one. So it's a factor of me wanting to enjoy a series and arcs that I've rated really high in this motion aspect, as well as to learn some more motioning by, you know, adapting these series that I like, as well as giving a arc like Uprising is justice that I didn't get in the anime. There's like a mixture of different things, but I do plan to pick up Attack on Titan soon to again have the same treatment as Promised Neverland. I can't give a specific date, it'll probably be way later than Promised Neverland. The full focus right now is going to be Berserk, Promised Neverland, Siren, Attack on Titan final arc, and Bleach or Baki whenever I have free time to be able to do those. So those are like the major focuses right now. So the Attack on Titan arcs that will be motioned are way later down the line. I'll try to get it to it, but I can't promise anything of how many years it'll take until I actually start it. Like it's a way down the line kind of thing. What do you think of Moist Meter? I dislike Moist Meter. Penguin Z is a really nice creator, but Moist Meter is something that doesn't correlate to my outlook in specific series, so I avoid it because it's not something I can get. I can't get recommendations because usually I use rating systems as a way to get recommendations of specific series to read / watch / play, whatever, or movie to watch, whatever it may be. And Moist Meter is something that I just completely avoid because the high ratings that he gives is something that doesn't align with my tastes, so I avoid that specific thing. That's what's happening with the interview. Did you get the job? Still haven't replied. They said 1 to 2 weeks, so it's been a week, so I'm waiting next week until I hear back. I'm either gonna hear back towards this week, between now till Friday, or next week. Next week is guaranteed, but I might be able to hear back a bit earlier because it's 1 to 2 weeks until they reply. What did you miss? Promised Neverland announcements and Attack on Titan announcements. Pretty much it. Does Charlie aka Penguin Z make good reviews? Well, that's debatable. There's no such thing as, for me, there's no such thing as good reviews. It's all subjective outlook and what kind of things that you enjoy, which will alter the specific review. So there's no such thing as good reviews, but his reviews don't align with my taste, and that's why I avoid them. It's not that they're bad reviews, it's just they're just not something that correlates to my taste. Will ever work on Fire Punch? Doubt it. I haven't read it yet. Maybe, but I haven't read it. I got a lot of series to do on my to-do list, so yeah. I appreciate your hard work and delivery to bring manga to life. I'm sorry a lot of you to get taken down in the future. Would you consider making a Patreon to upload your videos? The videos that I have holy shit, I can't speak, are all uploaded onto Discord, free to view and everything of the sorts. I don't plan to lock my content behind any paywall. Favorite anime / manga character? Favorite manga character is Mary Sanson from Innocence. She was great. Do you read light novels or only mangas? Only manga. I'm trying to read I'm a Spider So What novel, but because of my obviously busy schedule, I can't get into it. I haven't found a good source for recommendations, me personally. Right now, what I do, like, I have a list of to-reads, and what I've done is sort them out by most rated and put them in my plan to reads, because I want to see if the reviews that have been given by Anime List is my anime list, whatever it's called. Yeah, I think it's called my anime list, is justifiable for that review. So I want to read every single series that's been given an 8 and over. As well as any series that's just recommended to me randomly. Do you like My Hero Academia? It's okay. Nothing. I think I give it like a 6 out of 10 or something. Like it's okay. It's still easy to enjoy kind of stuff. Thank you, Phantom. Why don't you become mangaka? I can't draw. Have you ever read Worn and Torn? No, I have not. You've been reading Vagabond. You were before the Kojo arc, as far as I know, one of the best arcs. Maybe you'll like it much that you animate it. It is a fairly long arc, so maybe. How are you? I'm great, thank you, Philson. And I'll get into that. Vagabond has already plans to edit. Holy shit. It's already on my plan to do series. With Vagabond though, I'm not sure if I will, be able to animate it as much, because Vagabond's art is fairly rough. So it's like a I'm not sure kind of thing. But I haven't got up to the Kojiro arc yet. I'm thinking of, like, it's on my high priority to get into when I'm finished with this series and other series that I'm reading right now. It's just the only reason I haven't been able to is because I'm busy with a lot of stuff, a lot of other stuff. What chapter am I on, the monster? 47. I don't think. Let's see where am I in here. Yeah, it's 47. Update it. I keep forgetting to update it. I'm fairly decently into it. Anyway. What do you think of the Asura, the manga YouTuber? I've never watched this content, so I don't know. I don't watch much manga / anime review content. So like Super Eye Patch Wolf, I've only seen 3 or 4 of his videos. He makes good content, although some of the videos that I've seen were a bit off the mark. He seems to be uncharitable towards Bleach when it comes to his videos. So he misses the mark on some of the plots aspects of Bleach. I don't know if he's purposefully being obtuse or is just a uncharitable opinion due to certain biases, but his content towards Bleach is a bit unfair, but his other content is fairly good from what I've seen. What separates good series and amazing series in your opinion? Characters, the arcs, arcs and characters. If the arcs are impactful as fuck and the characters are extremely well developed and extremely good, then that separates a good series to an amazing series. Thank you, Kaizen, and sub anime lover Haven. But that'll be it for today's stream. I'll show you what I'm doing right now before I end the stream with the Promised Neverland content and how I'm approaching it currently. So what I'm doing currently in the production stage is I put the panel into the screen as you see, highlight the boxes because this is the initial production phase. The actual cutting out everything and starting the animating is just way longer down in the future and down the line. I'm expecting this specific early productions phase to take a month or 2. Although, like, I'm trying to do a chapter to 2 chapters a day, right? Of cutting like this. This one I'm not sure how I'll approach it. So when there's stuff I'm not sure how I'll approach it, I'll just include it and figure it out later. Because there's going to be a whole planning stage that's going to take a few weeks to just go over every single panel and write in detail with a storyboard kind of aspect approach of how specific panels will be approached, how they'll be edited, what kind of impacts, how it'll be focused on, everything of the sorts. Alright, see you, Philson. And over here. Over here. That will have to be altered a little bit, so I have to fix this. Damn. Alright. Yeah, so this is essentially what I'm doing right now. So once it's selected and done, I save it into the folders of Promised Neverland. And so on and so forth. Boom. So there are a lot of panels for me to do like this, and then after that I'll have to cut it apart and everything. So there's 255 left over, plus the 403 in this arc, plus the 360 in this final arc. So there is 1018 panels for me to cut and everything, and get it into this specific what I just showed right now. And yeah, after that I'll be able to go in full force into starting cutting everything that needs to be motioned and everything of the sort. So this is to get an idea of the production phase. I'll get rid of this. So the first production phase, is there a way to make these? Yeah. So first production phase is just photoshopping panels. Second stage is cutting the aspects that need to be, well no, that's the third phase. Second phase is planning what needs to be motioned. Third phase is cutting the aspects that need to be motioned, so e.g. heads, hands, clouds, legs, etc. And fourth stage, let's just change this to 3. Fourth stage will be the actual video editing will start. And fifth stage will be well no, there's actually a second stage in here. Allocating what each episode will cover, and then this. And then the sixth stage is fixing anything that looks off. And then seventh stage is OSTs. And then eighth stage is final checks. Alright, see ya, Phantom. So let's read. Anyway, check your alright, good night, Sumansin. I recently started coloring manga panels. It's quite I want to get into that, but it's so hard to get into. Are you aware of your Record of Ragnarok videos have been region blocked? Yeah, I'm re-uploading them on Drive and going to put them on Discord soon, later after the stream. Should be done uploading by now. That's so slow. You need more people to make it. I mean, I'd enjoy having more people to speed up the process, but the only problem is that I personally, look, first off, there's a few problems with that, right? First problem is that I personally like working on my own schedule, being full control of the projects that I'm in charge of, essentially. That's the first aspect of it. Second aspect of it is it's so hard to find someone who's going to stick up to the specific deadlines that I'll have and all of that sort of aspects. Third aspect is this is all non-profit. These are non-profit projects. I don't have thousands to use to pay someone to Photoshop for me. So like if I were to pay someone to Photoshop every single thing that's been adapted into this here, I think there are 60 chapters. It'll take around 1 hour. So if I were to pay someone, I'll need 600 to 1,000. If I were to pay someone to Photoshop the work for me, something of that sort. I don't have that money to spend, so I'd rather just do it myself. So that's another aspect. But yeah, I'd say the main thing that's keeping it there, rather than those others two, is just the fact that I'm really stubborn with this project. I enjoy editing. I enjoy going through the process of cutting everything and all of that, and then watching my work when it's finished. And I don't think I'll ever get someone to help unless. So if I get a job and it's decently paying and I have enough money to spare after allocating into savings and after buying manga and everything of the sorts, and obviously living expenses, and if I have some spare pounds left over, I would invest it into hiring someone to Photoshop for me to speed up processes of different videos. Because if I were to start working, then obviously I won't be able to put the amount of hours that I'm putting right now into editing. Right now I'll put the hours that I would have put into working into editing. So right now my schedule is like 1 hour of Siren, 1 hour of Promised Neverland, around 2 hours of Attack on Titan, and then 4 hours of Berserk. I try to work 8 hours a day. You know, normal working hours with a lot of breaks. Sometimes I don't meet that 8 hours. Sometimes I do 6 hours. Sometimes I do 4 hours. Sometimes I'm really in a good mood and I do 11 hours or so. But obviously, when I have a full-time job, I won't be able to put full-time job hours into this hobby. So whenever that's done, then yeah, whatever. I'll have to look into actually hiring people to Photoshop for me. And thankfully, the Photoshopping aspect is fairly easy. Just, you know, cutting the boxes, so it won't be that hard to find someone to do that specific job. It's not a highly skill requesting specific field, and it's just a matter of time, of it taking time, and it will cut a lot of time from a lot of videos that I do. So it takes around 40 minutes for me to cut a chapter, 30-40 minutes depending on the chapter and how complex the panels are. If I give that to someone, I'm saving 30-40 minutes that and putting that time into video editing rather than photoshopping. And more importantly is when it comes to like motioning, and this is when it comes to where like I'm more likely than not doing it on my own. When it comes to like cutting arms, cutting heads, cutting the things that I want to motion, it becomes a little bit harder to determine to get someone to do the same type of work, because that specific job is pretty much a perspective of me looking at something and figuring out what I want to cut. It's just so like I'll show you. Right. I stole Attack on Titan to do this. It's still not loading. But this is like the work that I've done so far for season 3, episode 3. Nearly halfway done with everything. It's so hard to show the work because it's a very, very heavy project. So like, maybe I'll be able to show it in here. Maybe here. Yeah, something like this. Something like this. The things that, as you can see, there's a decent amount of motioning. So like, his lips open, his eyes open, all their eyes open. And obviously he raises his hand into his forehead. That's to cut that. I had to cut the hand, the forearm, the arm, the eyelids, the eyeballs, and the lips. And that type of stuff is cut is based on essentially how I look at the specific portion of the video and how I want to see it animated. And this is the length that the episode is looking to be around, 24 minutes and around a half. It's looking like a good anime length, and this is where the episode will end. A bit spoilery, but yeah, this is where the episode is looking like it will end. So in 3 episodes, I would have adapted 5 chapters. And I know a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, some people are not pleased that I'm skipping the Black Swordsman arc. Sorry, not Golden. And doing Golden Age arc instead, right from the beginning. For me personally, I believe that the story is much better if it's adapted in chronological order. So doing the Golden Age first, and then the the Black Swordsman arc. It adds more stuff into the story itself. It adds the shock value of not knowing about Griffith. It adds just a lot of that stuff that Black Swordsman arc because Black Swordsman arc is in the future, so you get to know a lot of the end stuff, and stuff gets like filled in. Me personally, I'd rather go on to do Black Swordsman arc and then Golden Age arc, and then do the Black Swordsman arc after I'm done with the Golden Age arc. It won't be called season 2, or it might be. I think I'll call it like season 0 or something. Whatever I might call it, I'll call it something, and it just be like 5 or 4 episodes just of everything that happened in the Black Swordsman arc. Because there isn't, could be 6 episodes. There's a decent amount of stuff. But yeah, just to fill up some content here and there, and then I'll move on to the Conviction arc and so on and so forth. I am a bit worried about not being able to finish this episode on time because I'm having a internship starting soon. Thankfully, it's not starting this week, right? That's the thing, that's the good news. It's not starting this week. It's either starting, more likely they're not starting next week or the end of this week. So I'm gonna go full effort into Berserk and try to get it done as quick as possible, so that when I start that internship, it's a 3-week internship. Episode 4 might be delayed because of it, but you know, I'm willing to still work on it and try to get it done in time. But if I can't get it done because of my internship, then it'll have to be delayed. It's just like an unfortunate thing, but internship is like a really important for me. Getting that 3-week work experience in my relevant field, so that if I don't get a job by the end of this year, I can aim to get a job next year. And yeah, that's about it for today there. I've rambled a lot. The 2 announcements I'll repeat again for anyone that's joining now. I'm planning to do Promised Neverland, everything past season 1, until Goldie Pond arc, because that's the last arc that I enjoyed in Promised Neverland. So I'm adapting all that to that. There's no set release date, there's no episode counts told or anything of the sorts. I'm going to be approaching it like an anime, so I'm going to be making a promotional video in the next few months when I have a clear idea of everything. When the initial stages of production is done, I'll create a promotional video, which will be just like a 15 to 30-second video just showing what the content will be focused on. And then I'll be working, releasing specific clips every now and then, or behind the scenes stuff on Twitter whenever I feel like it. And then I'll be releasing a trailer when a specific release date is in mind, and as well as releasing the episode counts, and then releasing it on a weekly basis until it gets taken down by YouTube, which will probably happen. Despite it, you know, being one of the most fair use thing that I could do, it'll probably get taken down, and then I will go on to putting it on Discord. I'm either gonna release it weekly, because that's one thing that I'm not 100% sure on. I could release it weekly, right? Or I could release it all in one, like a Netflix thing. All the episodes in one day. Obviously, weekly will help a lot with the traction and everything, but releasing it all in one day would help people who want to watch it all in one go. So that's the type of thing that I'm not sure, and I'll probably make a poll to decide which one to go by, depending on what people want. Whether they want a weekly release or a all-in-one release, where all episodes are released on one day. But yeah, head up, Murphy. But yeah, this is the end of the stream. Oh, and the other announcement was obviously me planning to pick up Attack on Titan later in the future, way later in the future. It's like a very vague. It's not as like perfected a plan as Promised Neverland is right now. I can see me picking up Attack on Titan fully to start doing it in like middle of this month, towards the end of this month. Because right now what I'm working on is the final arc, trying to make a video for the final arc and releasing it on YouTube as soon as the final arc is done. But yeah, I've rambled enough and all the announcements have been made. Hopefully anyone who watches this stream from Discord who wants to be informed of that type of stuff will be informed of that stuff. This is a very close, I mean, it's not a huge, it's an announcement, but it's not like fully public. It's for anyone who's able to catch the stream and anyone who's on the Discord to be able to go back into it and everything. I probably won't stream again for a really long time. But obviously for obvious reasons of me being busy working on all these projects. I don't want to waste time streaming. I want to enjoy the editing aspect. So I gotta watch TV shows while I'm editing to enjoy the process of it all. But yeah, that's the end of the stream. I'll go read Monster now. Read a few chapters of Monster. and then go to editing either Attack on Titan or Berserk. See you guys next time, whenever that may be. See ya.